What's going on, guys? LifeFoxTold25 here with another video, and today we're talking about my Thieves Guild review for the Elder Scrolls Online. I had the pleasure of playing this DLC for the last week and feel ready to give it a review and a score. So first, let's start talking about Hughes Bane. Hughes Bane's a cool zone. Don't expect it to be as big as the other zones though. It's definitely not the size of Orsinium. It's a little smaller, but it still has a lot to offer. The delves are really great. The first delve I went in, I didn't even realize it was a delve. It was so big, has so much verticality, there were bridges going across the sky. It was just really amazing, so good that I didn't even realize it was a delve because it looks so different from the vanilla ones in the game. They've really improved so much since then, and I have to say the delves are just, first class in this game. Around the zone, you'll also find things like group bosses to do with some friends and just the usual things. There's some really cool landmarks, like a huge statue that looks amazing, some really cool rock formations, and iconic like areas to discover, and then you get a little XP from that. But they made the zone, interesting, but still, again, guys, it's small and just gives you a little something extra to do besides just the Thieves Guild quests. Now, the Abba's Landing is definitely the best part of the Hughes Bane, and that's the city. The city is just fantastic. I thought Orsinium was great, and Orsinium still is great, don't get me wrong, but Abba's Landing is like Orsinium on steroids. It's so big, it's so much packed into a big area, but still so detailed. Like, running on the rooftops, there's so many pathways, it's just, so fantastic. It's also great for crime. Like I said, you can run on the rooftops, there's alleyways. So many times I got caught by the guards and then I ran on a rooftop and jumped into the bay beneath, and it just felt so great, and it wasn't scripted, but it felt like an epic cinematic moment, and that just comes from great city design. And I have to say, this is definitely the best city in the Elder Scrolls Online so far. Now, the Thieves Guild story is really true to itself. Anyone who was worried that it wouldn't follow the lore like myself, you don't have to worry at all. It really is a true Thieves Guild story, and I'm really glad they could bring that to the Elder Scrolls Online. It has great characters, it's just what you'd expect from an Elder Scrolls questline. Great characters, really cool cinematic story moments, some nice choices, some cool scenes, all that stuff. I won't go into too much detail because of course I don't want to spoil anything, but I have to say the Thieves Guild questline, fulfilled my need for Thieves Guild in the Elder Scrolls Online. I've been waiting for this ever since I played the Thieves Guild in Skyrim, and it was really great, and it fulfilled, everything I expected, so good job to them. On top of that, guys, there are daily quests that are really great to play. One of them is a daily heist, and this you can only do once a day, so it makes it more high stakes and more pressure because you go into this place to do this heist, and if you fail, you can't retry until tomorrow. And so you feel that pressure and that, the tension like you were doing a heist in real life, because this is it and you can't retry it, and then you're trying to get all the things for XP. Just a fantastic system, and I'm glad ZeniMax thought of that, because definitely not something I would have ever thought about doing. But great job to them, and that gives the Thieves Guild replayability because you can repeat those quests every day, like I said. There's some other ones like reacquisition that has you traveling around Hughes Bane to reacquire some items that were lost. Pretty fun, but it's mostly in place to help you see the zone. And then there's also one that just lets you steal things around Tamriel, which is great. I'm so glad they incorporated old zones into the Thieves Guild, because now you can do Thieves Guild anywhere in Tamriel, and these quests will send you throughout, Valen Wood, Riften, all those places to steal, which is just such a fantastic idea. And, really good job to ZeniMax, because they did some really innovative things in this game. Speaking about innovation, they also did a great job with the new mechanics. I did talk about this a little bit in the first impression video. Again, you can check that out in the description below, but the mechanics are fantastic. You really feel like you're playing a stealth game, which is crazy because not only is the Elder Scrolls Online not a quest game, it's an MMO, and I don't think I've ever seen an MMO that did stealth this well. I feel like I'm playing a stealth game when I hide in containers and sneak around guards, and I never got bored. MMOs are usually based around killing big mobs of enemies, but this questline has almost zero combat, so being able to play it and not get bored, and not only not get bored but fully enjoy myself, was just crazy. And ZeniMax really deserves a huge round of applause for being so innovative and bringing the Thieves Guild to the Elder Scrolls Online. So because I can't really think of a flaw for the DLC, guys, I'm going to have to give it a perfect score. Fantastic job by ZeniMax. It was almost worth the 2-year wait, or even a little more, for the DLC. Can't wait for the Dark Brotherhood, but of course we'll be covering the Thieves Guild and the Elder Scrolls Online in the next couple of weeks on the channel. So if you want to see that, hit the subscribe button. If you want to leave a comment below, make sure you do that. If you liked the video, give it a like. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. It means a lot to me, and I'll see you in the next one.